Hello everybody, Starry Gods here, and a better way to kick off the brand new year here on the channel than with a brand new video. Yeah, I know, I'm about 3 months late. I was playing DC recently and a thought hit me. Why don't we have any numbers on HP bars? This thought led me to a brainstorming session of things I feel are missing from the game that I wish were implemented one day, hopefully this year. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video as I list out 5 quality of life improvements I wish were in the game. Now, just for clarification, I just want to say that I'm listing these out in no particular order. With that being said, the first thing to start off with will be HP percentages or exact health numbers being displayed on targets, especially on bosses. Examples of this can be found on pretty much any other MMO that you can think of, and even in genres outside of MMOs. I feel like this is a pretty standard thing to have on video games now in the modern era, and the fact that DCO doesn't have it is DC showing its age. It doesn't even need to be put anywhere fancy. It can be placed inside the HP bar that displays on top of your screen or right next to it. It can even be placed next to the HP bar above the enemy models, if, you know, screen clutter is your thing. Either way, I'm sick of eyeballing when targets are 35% health. The second thing I love to see would be a reduced timer or removal of the player kicking lockout. For the imaginary fortunate few that have never had a conflict with another player that resulted in a vote to kick from instance, I'll explain what this is. When a player chooses to start a vote to remove a player from an instance, anyone involved in the vote, whether it be voting yes or no, will receive a 3-hour lockout from participating in any other removal votes. Now, some people might say, yay, we need the lockout so it's not abused. And for those people, I say, what exactly are you doing in runs that you think someone might use the removal system to abuse you? Because in my years of playing this wonderful game, I've never ran into a player abusing the kick system. Now, that's not to say it doesn't happen, but I'm saying it's highly unlikely. More unlikely than the odds of you kicking a toxic player for whatever reason. AFK, trolling, foul language, whatever. And then having another player replace that person who ends up doing the same behavior, if not worse. Who you now cannot kick because you and everyone else involved have a 3-hour penalty. Sorry. Lockout. Just because you wanted to actually enjoy the instance. Completely removing the lockout sounds extreme, but I can show you examples of pretty popular MMOs where there is no lockout and the community is just fine. If not removed, I take a reduced timer because 3 hours is a little bonkers. I personally don't have many friends on DCO or people that I regularly play with, but this next one is still something I could benefit from. A way to display your role on friends and the league list. It could be linked to the on-duty role selection feature that allows players to choose what role they want to be queued for. The selection you choose can then be displayed next to your name to be viewed on another player's friends and league list. This would allow players to quickly identify who they can call on for help when they need a specific role. Linking it to the on-duty menu would also prevent people from selecting a role that doesn't even apply to their power, like a quantum player choosing healer as a role. The fourth improvement on the list is something that's been requested before by many people: the ability to queue for instances without the required number of people. I've always liked this idea, but when people bring it up, I usually have a different opinion on it, which is I believe that we should gain no rewards from it. And here's my reason why I support the idea as a whole. It'll help content creators be able to create different types of content, and it'll allow players who like doing solo run challenges to queue up for instances without needing to find several other people to get them in. Now, my reasons why I want no rewards are simple. If you add rewards to it, then people will run instances with small trusted groups and only those groups, which hurts the already low population of the game. Because those same 4 people who needed 4 others to run the raid are now out of the LFG pool because they can just queue up and clear without needing the other 4 people. Extreme scenario, but you get the point. Then you have the speed hackers. Now, people still speed hacking runs today, but there's always the risk of being reported and banned when they try to speed hack in a regularly formed group. If you give them the option to run things undermanned with rewards, then they'll speed hack with no real risk because they'll either run things alone or they'll run with trusted people. They already run things with trusted people, but why give them the option to run things solo, risk-free? Number 5 is my personal favorite on the list and something I've wanted for a long time: status icons for buffs and debuffs with timers placed on the UI. I've always hated with a passion of how we have to check what buffs and debuffs are placed on our character. For console, it's hitting the up D-pad and scrolling down the current effects, which doesn't even give you an accurate timer on how long you're affected by said effects. On top of that, it stops you from taking any action while checking the effects. I love to see status icons similar to other games placed above our ability trait that gives an accurate by-the-second timer. This will allow us to see how long we're under the effects of a buff or debuff, which will help our in-combat decision making. If we can only receive one improvement, this is the one I want to be implemented. And there you have it, you amazing heroes and magnificent villains. Let me know in the comments what changes you would like to see, or even what you think about the ones I listed. I hope you enjoyed the video because I enjoyed making it. My first full video of 2024, and it surely won't be the last. So hit that subscribe button to stay in the loop, and smash that like button to show some love. See ya.